Hello and welcome to Pat Lobb Toyota Scion in McKinney, Texas. My name is Hugh Golden and I have the privilege today to speak to you about some of the fine Scion products we sell here at Pat Lobb Toyota. I want to talk to you about the Scion XB, but before I do that I want to talk to you about Pat Lobb Toyota. Pat Lobb Toyota has been an integral part of the McKinney community for 4 years now. We've experienced tremendous growth in that time, and we've grown because of you, our customers. Now, Pat Lobb is a unique dealership. In fact, our growth has gotten us to number 4 in Gulf State Toyota, which is the 5-region area around Texas, and it's gotten us to the top of the Toyota dealership chain nationwide. Now, we've done that with our customers and over 100 associates in sales, parts, and service that are dedicated and passionate about serving your automotive needs for Toyota and Scion. Now, when it comes to Toyota and Scion, Scion means offshoot or offspring, and that's exactly what the company Scion is. It's an offshoot of Toyota. So it embodies the same philosophies as Toyota does, and we've got that Toyota emblem backing up this Scion emblem. That Toyota emblem means quality, durability, and reliability worldwide. Now, we back that up by spending $1 million an hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year on research and development to bring you, our customers, the finest automobiles we can in the Toyota Scion lineup. Now, I'm going to lift the hood on this Scion XB, and I want to show you some of those technologies that I mentioned. As I have you come and look inside the engine compartment here, the first thing you're going to notice is that there's an engineered design to the engine compartment. You'll notice that all of your fluid containers are clear and easily visible so that you can check your fluids on your own. You can see that your coolant is properly topped off. You can even see what color the fluids are. Your brake fluid, your coolant. You can easily add windshield wiper fluid if you need to do that. The other thing you'll notice is that the engine is set down low in the chassis. This XB has a high profile, and in order to make that center of gravity a little bit lower, we've gone through the trouble to engineer it so the engine's lowered a little bit so the vehicle has a lower center of gravity. Makes it a safer vehicle. You'll also notice prominently displayed on top of that engine is the VVTi designation. Variable valve timing plus intelligence is one of the higher end technologies that you get as a benefit as a Scion customer. In fact, a lot of our competitors don't even use this technology. But we don't just stop there. In fact, this internal combustion engine is the latest design in the industry. It's all aluminum in its construction. It's double overhead cam, which is the latest engineering and designing of the internal combustion engine. 4 valves per cylinder to help the engine breathe better, and then variable valve timing plus intelligence to ensure that you, our customer, gets great low-end torque, very good high-end horsepower, class-leading fuel economy, as well as a value add of a very good emissions rating. So, we're getting you great fuel economy, good horsepower and torque, and then emissions and environmental awareness. In fact, at ULEV 2, this engine gets among the highest rating for an emissions and an environmentally friendly engine. So a lot of technology in that engine compartment that's standard on every Scion XB. Let's talk about some standard safety technology, because at Toyota, safety is a core philosophy of our company. Now, when it comes to safety in the automotive industry, there's 2 types of safety. There's active safety and passive safety. At Toyota, we focus on both these safety systems to ensure you get a complete protection, but we really focus on active safety because active safety helps you avoid the accident, while passive safety protects you in the accident. So let's talk about our STAR safety system, which is standard on every 2011 Toyota and Scion product. In fact, our STAR safety system is composed of 5 specific elements: ABS, anti-lock brake system; BA, brake assist; EBD, electronic brake force distribution; TRAC for traction control; and VSC for vehicle stability control. Now, ABS has been around in the automobile industry for quite some time. You're probably familiar with the anti-lock brake system. The benefit to the driver is it gives the driver the ability to brake and steer. So if you're surprised by a car pulling out in front of you, you simply hit the brake as hard as you can, turn the vehicle, and you avoid the accident. Brake assist is going to help ensure you get all of your braking capability, again, in a panic brake application. Occasionally, you may be surprised by a car pulling out in front of you. You go to hit the brake pedal, but you don't get full pressure on that brake pedal. Well, brake assist recognizes a panic brake application and compensates with a burst of hydraulic pressure to pull that pedal to the floor and ensure you get all of your braking component operational to help you avoid the accident. EBD, electronic brake force distribution, is a pre-ABS system. It electronically transfers brake force front to back and side to side to each wheel individually based on traction and load on that wheel. So we're keeping the vehicle stable under a braking scenario. Now, traction control is important on initial throttle application. Traction control uses a speed sensor to sense a slipping wheel, apply the brake to the slipping wheel, and send power to the gripping wheel to keep the vehicle controlled under acceleration. Now, while driving, stability control, our VSC system, Vehicle Stability Control, is an imperative safety system that actively helps you avoid accidents. In fact, stability control is now designated as the second most important safety feature by the federal government after seat belts. The federal government believes so strongly in a stability control system like Scion's VSC that by 2012, all new products have to have standard VSC. This Scion XB has had that standard since its initial introduction. So we've had that system before it was mandated as standard equipment. Now, that's going to help you keep on the driver's intended path and avoid understeer and oversteer scenarios so you can avoid accidents. Now, occasionally accidents are unavoidable, and in that case, our passive safety takes over to protect you and your family in the event of a collision. In fact, we have engineered front and rear crumple zones. They're designed to dissipate the energy from an impact around the passenger compartment, creating a protective cocoon for you and your family. We also have very high-strength door beam intrusion bars in every door on every Scion product. Those high-strength door beams prevent intrusion into the side of this vehicle to protect you and your family. We use high-strength tensile steel, so lightweight steel that's high in strength. We're going to protect as best as we can. Tire pressure monitoring system, another great technology, is going to alert you to a low pressure scenario, which may help you avoid a dangerous driving dynamic and improve your fuel economy. Now, the passive safety you're probably most familiar with is airbags. And this Scion XB comes complete with 6 standard airbags. Dual stage, dual front airbags, seat mounted side airbags, and double 2-row curtain airbag protection on every Scion XB. So whether you're actively avoiding an accident or being protected in an accident, our active and passive safety systems are industry leading. Toyota's core philosophy is a company predicated on keeping our customers and their families safe inside of our Toyota products. Now, inside of our Toyota products, while safety is paramount, we also want you to enjoy your experience, have fun, and have a lot of functionality. Looking at the design of this Scion XB, you can tell immediately it's a very functional vehicle. With the high roofline and the boxy look, we're allowed to carry a lot of cargo. So I'd like to invite you in now to join me inside the interior and allow me to show you some of the great features, the functions, and the benefits in your ownership from the interior of this vehicle. So step inside the Scion XB and let me point out some of these great features. As I invite you into the Scion XB, I want to point out some of the features as far as ingress and egress. You'll notice the low sill makes it very easy to step into this XB. The high roofline gives you plenty of room as you ingress and egress. And then attention to detail and the quality of materials and fit and finish. You'll notice this patterned trim piece as well as this nylon piece that's very durable. Standard power windows, power door locks, a lot of standard equipment in this Scion XB. So join me now as I step to the other side and I'll go over some of the dashboard functionality and some of the features that will make your ownership of this XB very long and very valuable. As I rejoin you on the interior of the XB, you're going to notice, first of all, the large room in here, the expansive roof with the high roof line. There's a lot of extra room in here. It's a very versatile vehicle. True Toyota fashion, very comfortable as well. We've got a tilt and telescopic standard steering wheel. We've got audio controls on the steering wheel. Those audio controls are connected to a standard Pioneer CD system, so WMA, MP3 capable. We've got an aux and an auxiliary input. We've also got our traditional Toyota and Scion split stalks for cruise control and windshield wipers. Many of our competitors combine those two for one cluttered stalk. We actually individually have stalks for your cruise control here, very easily accessible and operational, and then your windshield wipers up top, again, very easy, accessible, and operational. Very intuitive and ergonomic is also our HVAC system. You'll notice very large dials, slanted a little bit towards the driver, so there's a cockpit feel, so the driver's really focused on driving and accessing all of its controls. We've got our temperature, we've got blue for cold, red for hot, we've got our fan speed, and then we've got our location, so you can locate where you'd like this to go. We also have a very unique center stack in this Scion XB. We have a 4-gauge display, and it's centered right in the middle of the vehicle to keep your eyes up on the road. What that allows is for some shelf storage here and on the other side, as well as a very large glove box. So overall, a lot of functionality. A great center armrest that has a slide capability for both the driver and the passenger. I can slide this back, lift it up, and then I have a tray that allows me to access my USB and my auxiliary code. This tray would then hide your music instrument underneath that tray. So if you had, for example, an iPod and you hooked it to USB, you can control that iPod from your stereo controls here. So you could literally leave that iPod underneath this tray out of sight and allow you to keep that handy and accessible inside the vehicle. So overall, a lot of functionality, a lot of room in this XB, durable materials, this ballistic nylon with a nice pattern on it, gives the XB a fun hip factor, but also a very functional and versatile factor. Now I'm going to join you in the second row before we get to the back of the vehicle and highlight some of the safety and functionality features of that second row. As I rejoin you in the second row of the Scion XB, again I want to point out the large room back here. The high head roofline gives a very significant amount of space. You'll also notice great leg room in the second row as well. Nice feature up front is an adjustable seat belt. So for our taller drivers, we can adjust that up. For our shorter drivers, we can adjust it down. Very clever cup holders in the second row, adjustable cup holders for different size drinks. Overall, just a lot of versatility and utility in this vehicle. Of course, we talk a lot about safety, and I want to highlight the 3 independent headrests. Toyota subscribes to a global operating initiative where we look to meet the strictest safety standards in the world. So while in some countries 3 headrests are not required, in Europe 3 individual headrests in the second row are required, so we build every vehicle we sell worldwide to that highest standard. You'll also notice that these headrests are adjustable for comfort up, and then you can drop them down for better visibility while driving and not being used. Additionally, we use a 3-point seat belt in each seating position in the back row so that we've got the latest and best safety technology inside this vehicle. So whether my voice echoing off the ceiling or the safety in this second row, we've got a great story of versatility. Now it doesn't stop here. I'm going to meet you at the back of the Scion XB, and I'm going to talk to you about the large access that you can carry cargo in, nearly 105 cubic feet of available space inside this small vehicle. So let's step to the back and finish off with some versatility in the back hatch area. As we rejoin at the back of the Scion XB, I want to highlight the functionality and versatility in the rear of this vehicle. You'll notice a particularly low sill, so ease of loading your cargo. You'll also notice, again, as we've talked about, that high roof line, that expansive volume of space, nearly 105 cubic feet of space. Now, we have a 60-40 split fold-down rear seat, so if I want to drop just the 40%, I simply reach in and drop that. I can load long cargo in this vehicle and still retain 2 seating positions. So if you have a couple going away for a ski vacation, perfect solution right there. I can then also drop the 60%, and for a small business, you can look at the size of that volume of space usable in there. A lot of volume, a lot of good areas. We've got some underfloor storage for valuables to put underneath the floor. You can even lift up that composite cubby hole there, and you get to even more space. So a lot of solutions for hauling and for cargo as well as people. So all of that comes back to where we started, really. The Scion brand. It's an offspring of Toyota, and of course worldwide Toyota is known for quality, durability, and reliability, among the finest products in the automotive industry. Selling those products is among the finest dealerships in the automotive industry. Pat Lobb Toyota. If you're an existing customer, we'd like to welcome you back. If you're a new customer, we'd like the opportunity to earn your business. So you can visit us at our facility here in McKinney, Texas, or visit us online at www.toyotaofmckinney.com. Thank you for your interest in Pat Loeb Toyota and our 2010 Scion XB.